Oh my gosh, did I get happy mail today? My sister and I both did. From Mona. Thank you, Mona. I really appreciate it. Let me see if I can get us up a little higher. Is that going to work? I'm having trouble with the thing being wobbly today for some reason. There we go. Anyway, some beautiful old-time cards. She saw them and thought of us. The cards are beautiful. These will probably be my sister since she's the big paper crafter, T's Carta Studio. And the paper is just phenomenal. I may have to ask her or if I can get a piece of it. At least a piece to play with, you know. And then this one, I just love these old cards. I wish they'd go back to the cards that were just one page and folded in fours, because I think they were probably the most beautiful, more than the heavy cardstock ones that we get nowadays. Call me old-fashioned. Okay, so then Tanya and I have lived in South Dakota all of our life. We were born and raised here, and Mona found these cool, super vintage postcards, and it depicts a true winter here. Blizzard in 1949 on highway by Wall, South Dakota, but I didn't know that everybody talks about the 1950 blizzard and then the heavy flooding in 1950 and 51, which precipitated the Owyhee Dam and the other dam system in North Dakota, South Dakota being built. I've been to all of these places. This is the Wind Cave. And actually, Wind Cave, my grandfather was in a CCC camp there, and he actually built steps in the Wind Cave, some of the cement steps that my grandfather had done. Harney Peak, there's a lot of pictures of Harney Peak. That's quite a walk, and it's changed its name to some other name. It went because it went back to being a Native American name versus Harney Peak, because Harney was a colonel and in the army, and of course the Black Hills are sacred to the Native Americans. And this is the Needles Highway, and I can tell you we've traveled this every year that when I was growing up and even as an adult. And I don't know how many times I got car sick on this road, because every curve, it's really curvy, and oh Lord, yeah. Another Harney Peak. There's like a big hiking trail there, and this is Bridal Veil Falls, which are beautiful, by Spearfish. And I about died there. We went for a family hike, and you used to be able to, they've closed it off now, but you used to be able to walk above and around it, and we were on the right hand side of it, and it was quite a ways away, you know, I mean, we weren't right there, and it was really a lot of frost, and I had on old tennis shoes that didn't have much grip anymore, and I slid on the frost, and the only thing that kept me from going over the edge of the cliff was a little tiny sapling. And I tell you what, it was a horrible, scary feeling, because I thought, how in the world are they gonna get my fat ass out of that creek? So that was my only thought. So anyway. So then this is another picture of the Needle Highway, and this is, it's actually called the Traffic Cop. And also this is in Custer State Park, the Needles Highway. And that's where you have buffaloes and donkeys, and we had an idiot tourist, that lost her pants because a buffalo went after her, and she was lucky to be alive. And I know it's all over YouTube and stuff. That was 2 years ago. This is Beaver Creek Bridge in the Black Hills. Another familiar spot. Another picture of Harney Peak. And the trail there is quite a difficult trail to get there, but it's really quite a view when you get up there. They even have like a forest tower around there. So watch for forest fires. Boy, I'm having a hard time thinking and talking today. This happens to be the Badlands. This is near Wall, South Dakota. Wall Drug, if you've heard of that. I know there's Wall Drug signs all over the world. And the Badlands are pretty hot. Lots of rattlesnakes. And a lot of people go walking and don't realize that they're cliffs. They're actual cliffs. And people just fall off not realizing that there's a cliff ahead of them. So I don't understand that, but there's a lot of people injured every year. And they have some pretty brisk hikes in that area too, and like some with just a ladder going up the side of a hill. And I'm not, this is in, oh, it just went blank. Is this, this minute. This is in Custer State Park too, and it's a place where you can go and see what it looked like when they lived there. And this is also Harney Peak, the entrance to it. This is just fun to have all these vintage photos. Of course, the Black Hills, the Mount Rushmore before and after. Mount Rushmore was actually called the Grandfathers before Borglum got a hold of it. The Native Americans called it the Grandfathers, and it was a very important to their religion and their beliefs, and it's quite sad that we have this on it now, but this is really amazing to look at also. Then this is the Needles Highway, and this is the needle. Looks like the eye of the needle. Badlands Highway, some more of the Badlands. And yes, there's coyotes and rattlesnakes and rabbits and all kinds of fun things. Another view of the Badlands. Cute little Mount Rushmore or bust, and this is actually a photo, which is really cool. Another picture of Mount Rushmore, and we've gone there every year since I've grown up. And growing up and as an adult, and it's amazing how it changed. It was more rustic and stuff than it is nowadays, and I kind of liked it the old way, but anyway. And when I worked in Rapid City in the open heart wing with open heart patients, we actually called the trail around Mount Rushmore the Mount Rushmore stress test, because it's a lot harder than you think it is, and we had so many people have heart attacks and emergencies up in that area, and took care of a lot of people who have taken the Mount Rushmore stress test, as we used to call it. The Corn Palace, which is in Mitchell, South Dakota. I've seen that many times. In fact, Oscar Howe, who is a famous Native American artist, was one of my dad's art teachers. My dad was a pretty gifted student when he was in high school, and Oscar took some gifted high school students and taught them art. And Oscar had designed the Corn Palace features, and it's amazing what they do every year. And I also have performed in the Corn Palace. Tanya, you have too, haven't you? Tanya and I both have performed in the Corn Palace for state competitions when we were in high school chorus. And I actually won my competition when we were there, so that was kind of exciting. I have good memories of the Corn Palace. And then there's Crazy Horse. When I was growing up, Crazy Horse was just a stone. There wasn't even a face on it yet. They were just starting to work on it in 1977. In that area, in that time frame, 72, 77, and it slowly evolved into what they have now with the head, and they're hoping to have this as a completed monument. And it's just like Mount Rushmore, except this is located near Custer, South Dakota. And anyway, that was interesting how fast and the progress that's been going on through the years. And that is what I have from Mona. And T and I would like to thank Mona very much, and it was very exciting to get a fun pile of vintage postcards from things from our childhood and our son's childhood and our family memories. We really appreciate it. Thank you very much.